These Games Workshop previews are always a bit of a mixed bag. They're absolutely fantastic if they announce something that you're interested in, absolutely terrible if they don't. For me, I was a bit disappointed when I saw the advert for it and there was no Blood Bowl on it, but there was Necromunda, so I was happy with that. Anyway, let's get on to the reveals, and there is something that I'm really delighted about in these. A lot of the new Eldar were announced, which is fantastic. There's a new plastic avatar, which has been heavily leaked across the internet, but it doesn't take away from how brilliant the model looks. It's huge for a start, not the tiny wee guy that we got before. We've got an axe, a sword, and a spear option for him, and there's a couple of head options as well. So your avatar will be a wee bit customizable, which is a good thing, because you don't want the same avatar turning up every single time. One problem I did have with this model was the bloody hand. It seemed to just be like a bloody hand glove, whereas it should be dripping off his fingers and stuff like that. But it's a small thing. Maybe you could add some green stuff or something like that. But that was the only bit I didn't like in the model. He's got a cool runic base as well, which is nice. Next up is Mongraal, and apart from being the long-lost brother of the Primaris Chaplain, I thought this one looks really good as well. The Mogatar weapon just looks amazing, a big scythe weapon, fantastic. If this is the standard of upgrade all the Phoenix Lords can expect, then I'm really excited for it. Finally, plastic shining spears, and these ones look beautiful. I think it's the white and the blue colour scheme, it really pops. I think it's the first time that you can get a fully plastic jet bike army on the table, if you wanted to take the Aspect Warriors. So that's great again. We've already seen the new Guardians and the Shroud Runners, but I do have one question. Where are my plastic striking scorpions, swooping hawks, and warp spiders? You can probably tell I'm a wee bit excited for the Eldar release. I've been waiting for it for a long time, and it's looking great. There was an Eldar Kill Team preview as well, and there was a rather lovely looking Corsair model. I really hope that they integrate this fully into Warhammer 40k and you could have a lot of different ones. They don't normally do that with the kill teams, normally they're kind of standalone units like the Gellerpox Infected and all that kind of stuff, but I really want them to take this a wee bit further. I really want to be able to put them in an Eldar army because they look amazing. There's a new Age of Sigmar battle box and it's Night Haunt and Daughters of Cain. There's a lot of new models in this. There's Vaeon of the Withered Quill and the sculpt just looks amazing. Night Haunt aren't really my thing, but the pages in the book just look so detailed, it just looks fantastic. I will say one thing though, I counted at least 7 bits on it that will just snap off as soon as I look at them. It just looks very fragile, so you'll just have to be very careful with it. There's also Craven Throne Guard, which are ghosties with crossbows. I don't know how they would do with aiming, because ghosties bob up and down, so it would make aiming a crossbow pretty difficult. So they seemed a wee bit weird to me. High Gladiatrix Yelena looks like she would be fun at parties, but an absolute nightmare to live with. She gets a choice of heads, and I really do like the sculpt, but it's not something I would go out and buy. So any Daughters of Cain collectors will be really happy with this one. Legendary Bloodthirster Kabanda makes an appearance, and he can be used with Horus Heresy, Warhammer 40k and Age of Sigmar, just as a normal Bloodthirster. Quite impressively, he's the biggest Horus Heresy model that's ever been released. I like it, but I don't love it. When I and a few others in my gaming group saw the picture this morning, it looked like his wings were on upside down. Now it appears that it's just twisted over and it is actually oriented correctly and no one stuck it on upside down, which is good. And the model has grown on me a little bit since the initial announcement. I do think it suffers a wee bit from being such a legendary character that we've all read so much about, because we know him from Horus Heresy, the devastation of Baal and all that kind of stuff, and it's really difficult to do it justice. It was the same with Rabuti Guilliman, and it'll be the same with the other loyalist Primarchs. When you see the model, you're just like, oh, I don't know what I was expecting, but maybe something a bit more than that. Still a great model, and he will make a lot of people very happy, as long as you're not a Blood Angel. A bit of Warhammer Plus now, and the Interrogator got a trailer. I think it's just the title sequence for the show. They did say this would be coming hot on the heels of Exodite, so hopefully we'll see Exodite any week now, and this will be straight afterwards. There will be breaks, of course. There will probably be a mid-season break in Exodite, and if we're looking at 10 episodes, then this might be up to 3 months away, but I'm excited for it. I don't know if it will be another case of giving an art student free rein over it, and it will end up a wee bit weird, but I do have high hopes for this one. The last reveal was a rather fantastic looking Necromunda trailer for Ash Wastes. Now, it made a great trailer, but please do not make a full animation out of this, because I think it would do my head in for a full 20-minute episode. So, great trailer. Don't do a show, please. So Necromunda's getting the Ash Wastes expansion. So the Ash Wastes are mentioned a lot in a lot of the books that we get for Necromunda. I do have a worry about this. Obviously I've not seen what the finished product will be, but my worry is Necromunda gets its charm and its appeal for me in close quarters combat within a hive, like multi-level combat. And if they take it out into the Ash Wastes, maybe it'll lose a bit of that. I'll wait and see. Maybe they'll have some nice terrain and vehicles and things like that, and it'll be quite cool. I guess I just have to sit tight with that one. There haven't been many missteps with Necromunda, other than the disjointed, sprawling rulebooks and supplements, so I do have a bit of faith. So that's it for this quick roundup video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Once again, thanks for watching, happy hobbying, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.